For business will be to approve last week's minutes for the meeting of January 13th, 2020. Can I get a motion to do that?
So moved.
Second.
A motion from Rux and a second from Olson. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Minutes are approved. Next, we've got open forum. We've got no speakers signed up, so we'll move right along to the consent calendar routine city business. We've got 2 licenses to distribute, ambulance driver and private security. Does anyone have any questions on those before we take a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
A motion from Johnson, a second from Remley. No discussion to be had, so we'll just take a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion for the consent calendar item approvals does pass. Next, we'll move along to the new business. We've got hearing on the transfer of a retail on-sale liquor license from the ZBC Incorporated, doing business as The Getaway, to 2220 6th Avenue Southeast, to LaHaye Management, LLC, doing business as Buffalo Wild Wings, 3401 6th Avenue Southeast. Possible approval of the transfer. I see no one here to talk about that. Ron, have you got anything to chime in?
I do not.
So we'll just take a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Riley and a second from Ronayne. Does anyone have anything to contribute before we take a vote on that? Oh, Ronayne. Remley and Ronayne. Motion and second. Carl, can I get a roll call vote on that?
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Reif,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Bunceness,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the request to purchase a 60-inch track slope mower from RC Mowers. Possible approval to purchase the 60-inch track slope mower from Suamico. Anyone know how to say that, Wisconsin, in the amount of $49,145.25 for the utility pump department. We're going to find out later that was a typo. I bet there's no such town. Robin, tell us a little bit about that track mower.
So for a number of years, we have gone through and tried to clear cattail-ridden areas. This past year was especially bad because we never really got out of the wet season. Normally, we can get into an area at some point in time during the year. This year, it was wet all the time. You can see the picture here. This was with a pass down and then a pass back with this mower. And we actually in a week were able to do most of the areas that were terrible with cattails. If we were able to keep up with it, we'd be in so much better shape maintenance-wise on these holding ponds. And the other one, and probably more important to me, is we're putting mowers. Currently, we have like a tractor mower that has a wing that hangs out, and that's on these side slopes like we have in the picture here. And it is really dangerous for our guys. And this particular mower is a remote controlled unit that the guys can walk off in the flat area and watch while they're doing this, and we don't have to put anybody in harm's way. And I think we're going to be a ton more efficient with it. We're going to be able to do stuff in a timely manner rather than trying to wait until another mower is available and so on. So I know they're a little expensive, but we did look. I found 6 different brands when I was at an APWA conference, and this one was willing to come out and let us give their unit a try. We actually rented it from them for a week. They're giving us some back on the rental agreement. As you can see, we're sold that this is going to be a really good deal for our departments, and feel that it's worthwhile making that investment. So.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Ronayne and a second from Rux over there. Robin, what'd you say? Is it Swamico?
Swamco.
Okay. That was phonetically. It got me, you know.
It's right outside of Green Bay, from what I understand.
Bet they were disappointed this weekend. Does anyone have any questions for Robin? Dave.
So this will work on the South Fifth holding pond with those pretty steep slopes.
It'll be close. They with the other thing with fuel tanks and stuff, you can only go to about a 50-degree slope, Beyond that, you're running the chance of running the engine out of fuel or oil, and then you got a problem. But I think they can go up to a 50-degree slope. These are pretty close on that slope. So,
when are you gonna give it a shot?
you know what? I'll call you up, and before we dump it in the water, we're gonna make sure we have something tied off on it.
Okay. YouTube channel.
We'll have you hang on to it.
Yeah, right.
Councilman Olson.
Well, I just don't think we can put a cost on an injury. And
We agree.
If this is going to take our people out of harm's way, I'm very much in favor of this.
So it looks like it even went through a little bit of water on the bottom.
Yeah, basically the depth of the water, we ran it into 5 inches of water. So we feel comfortable. That's where the blades start getting submerged. That's where it's no longer effective. But up to that point, yeah, it cut fine in water.
Okay.
Are these upgradable with GPS to where you can actually let it do its track? Over positioning, almost like tractors do in the fields and stuff like that at some point? I know it probably, with this cost, it wouldn't be associated with it.
Yeah.
Is it upgradable for that?
They haven't indicated that. The stuff that they wanted us to know was you always have to be in line of sight with it so that we don't have a rogue mower going over and, injuring people. So GPS is probably not something we'd be looking at this point.
Road
Will
mower.
this unit help out with the Moxon Creek overgrown cattail system there?
I've toyed with that idea, but I think we're going to have to come up with a barge system for something like that because there's too much water, I think, in parts of it to be able to make this effective. But it was exactly what I was thinking. If we could get the water level down at some point, this might be something we could try out there. And if that's the case, we might want to buy 2. Because it's a lot of territory to cover.
If it works.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our motion and our second. Carl, can I get a roll call vote?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Bunceness.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the city's bills for the week of January 21st, 2020. Can I get a motion to pay the bills?
Moved.
Second.
Mark, was that you?
No, me.
You guys sound exactly alike.
That's what they said. I'm trying to get into a singing contest, but he won't.
Yeah, well, we'll all need to be there for that. So we've got a motion, Lunsman, and who was the second over here? Dave.
Al-
Motion.
Alan.
Oh, I thought you were pointing beyond you.
Thumbs up.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Motion, Lunsman, second, Johnson. Carl, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Bunceness.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. We'll pay the bills. Next, we've got the payroll approval for the pay period January 5th through January 18th, 2020, and the city's share of Social Security, old age, and survivors insurance, retirement, health, and life insurance. Can I get a motion to make the payroll payment?
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Ronayne and a second from Mark Remley. Carl, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Rux.
Aye.
Olson.
Aye.
Bunceness.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. We've got no city manager here tonight to provide a report. Lynn is not here, but Ron, have you got anything for us?
I do not.
Okay, sounds great. Anything before we adjourn from any of the council members? Chief, what have you got?
Not too long ago, Councilman Bunceness asked for an update on 3 different things. One was our illegal drug situation, mental health, and then officers' encounters in the field dealing with people that are combative. Next week, we're going to have the South Dakota Attorney General here to kind of address the council. I'm going to give a preliminary overview of the statistics on what we saw in 2019, talk about the resources we have, and then he'll be here to talk about what he's looking at doing to help the situation in our state and community. So I just want to make you aware of that. Maybe you could look at a few things over the course of the week to see what he's proposing and have some good questions for him.
Thank you, Chief McNeil.
Very good. I wanted to bring up something with Robin and the rest of the council. This last weekend, of course, we had another serious snow event. And emergency services are always a special interest of mine. And it has always troubled me that our men and equipment go out to take care of emergency routes before, we do any other snow removal. But I've yet to see us clear the streets in front of the fire department, the police department, or the sheriff's department. And we have our emergency routes plowed, but these providers, we don't even clear a way for them to get out of their buildings. I would like to see our equipment make that a priority when we go out on emergency routes to do those, that we take care of our police department, our fire and ambulance, and our sheriff's department. I think that's a minimal thing, but that's always troubled me that we never do that. And maybe you could address that.
Okay,
Rob.
so the fire chief and I have talked about it, and of course, it's important for the police department too, but Washington will be, on the next map, will be an emergency route. On the 10-incher, on the 16-inch snow that we had, the first real big one we had, we did not do anything with it other than, I believe, the fire department took one of their front-end plows on a pickup, and they kind of cleared a path for themselves southbound on Washington. This last one, we actually plowed Washington for that very purpose. So on the 10-inch snow, we did do Washington as part of that, so that we could make sure we had the police and fire department able to get to the emergency routes. And we windrowed stuff downtown as part of the overall process, which would have addressed the sheriff's department as best we could. This last one was not heavy enough where I did drive it on Saturday to see if we needed to do an additional run before our crews went home for the day. Did not feel it was warranted, but those will be part of our emergency routes in the future. So you're exactly right, Mike.
Very good.
Thank you, Robin. Thanks for bringing it up. Mike, anyone else, anything before we adjourn? Oh, Councilman Lunsman.
One quick thing, in regards to the emergency routes and stuff, we're going to be, this Friday, there's going to be a demonstration by a company called Sherp. If you get a chance, look it up. They float on water, they go through ice, they go on top of snow. Unfortunately, the price tag is very large, but we don't know. I talked to the fire chief, and we don't know if it will work as an ambulance. They are willing to come here. They are coming here, so you're all invited to come and take a look at it first to see if it's something that will work for our community or won't. If it doesn't, it'll be a good time anyway. So we're going to be demonstrating out at Wiley. We've gotten permission to go out on the ice so that it can go through the ice. We can see what it really can and can't do. So.
Friday at what time?
SHERP.
What time, he was wondering?
It's 10 a.m. on Friday over at Station 1, right over here.
Thank you for bringing that up, Dave. Good information. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion from Johnson and a second from Rux. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Can't wait for what?
I wonder how